Would guidance from an expert help you to grow your business or career? Or do you seek inspiration for you or your kids? If so, welcome. Behind the Words TV gives you that one-on-one time with famous and emerging authors or content creators. They'll take you where you want to go. Behind the Words TV, right now. Hello and welcome to this episode of Behind the Words TV. This is the place where we really get to know authors and their inspiration behind what could be your next favorite book. I'm Paul Madsen, host of the program, and I am very excited because today my guest is Om Somani, and he is the author of Peppered Minds. Om, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Great to have you here. Great to have you here from India. You bet. Hey, Om, I'm just going to jump right in here. Tell us, what is the benefit to a reader who's going to spend time with your book? What will they get out of it?
The name indicates the peppered minds. So it is about food. So I believe if you eat good food, your thoughts will become good. If you eat pungent food like chili, your mind will also become burning and blinding, as it does to our eyes. So food is actually essential for good thought, good life, and good discipline. And your mind becomes also innovative if you take good food. So this is all. If you take blinding food, your mind becomes blinded. So that is my theory. And also the book is written in a very funny way. So readers really would like to and would love it.
Very good. So it's not a food guide, as it is a dietary book, but it's more about what you put into yourself affects your outlook. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that correct? Yeah. Okay, great. Well, tell us, Om, why did you write this book? What got into you that made you want to write this book, Peppered Minds?
Yeah, thank you. This is all about my observations. By nature, I'm a keen observer. I observe everything, people behaviors, people thoughts, people talk. And in this process, I started to noting down all those things and in my life and people around. So this is all these observations collectively came into the form of a book that is Peppered Minds. So this is about the observations.
Okay, cool. So you are a keen observer of life, and you put that together with the whole concept of your outlook, what you put in affects your outlook, and then that added a dose of humor in there. Is that what I'm hearing correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, tell me, Om, who is this book for? I mean, it's is it for everyone? Is it for people in a certain age group, or is it for kids? I mean, who's the book for?
So the book is for those who are really adventurous and thoughtful, and people who want to broaden their views about the world and seek the truth and have fun in the process.
Well, you can't ask for more than that. The parts I read of it, they're very entertaining, and I was interested and captivated, and I really can't wait to finish it up. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, would you hold up the book and show us what it looks like so people can know what it looks like on Amazon?
Peppered Minds.
Peppered Minds by Om Somani. Om, thank you so much for joining us on the program today, and we'll be sure to look that one up on Amazon. Take care. Good to see you. Thanks again.
Thank you.
And welcome back to Chapter 2 of Behind the Words TV. I am continuing my conversation with Om Somani, who is the author of Peppered Minds. Om, welcome back.
Thank you.
You bet. Hey, Om, show us the book there of Peppered Minds. You have a copy handy?
Yeah.
There it is, Peppered Minds, Om Somani, and we're going to talk even more about what's going on in that book. During our last segment, Om, thank you. During our last segment, we talked about why you wrote the book. Would you repeat that again about just why you actually wrote the book?
Yeah, this is in fact finally a fun story. I believe that the fun is important to our life, because if you look at the people who are not happy, very sad and sorrowful, they fall sick. They get into the depression.
Right,
So many psychosomatic diseases.
right.
On the other hand, people who are happy and cheering in their life, have a good fun in their life, they're really healthy as compared to those who are not happy. So essentially, it makes me to think that our body is not fit, or God has not made our body to be unhappy, to be sad. So fun is very, very essential to our life, because God has designed our body to be only happy, happy, and have fun, lots of fun in our life. So that's
Well,
what that is the theory of my life. And
that's
I believe that everybody should have fun, love, and cheer in the life.
well, that's wonderful, and this book is a manifestation of that. This book is
Yeah,
a story about some people and how they get some fun and have some good adventures, right?
yeah,
Well,
correct.
you bet, you bet. Well, who's the, I think all of us, can have more fun in our life. We all need more fun. I know I do, to have a better,
So
well,
fun only will make you happy and healthy. So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I believe. I think yes.
right. Well, I mean, that's what I was going to ask is who is it for? I mean, who's your book for when you talk about people who need to have fun? Who does that include?
Yeah, all these people, the all I mean age groups. Maybe a lady, maybe a male, maybe a I mean working persons, maybe an aged persons. All these people.
Okay, so that th- that applies. It's a kind of a silly question, I guess, because who doesn't need to have more fun in their life? I think what you just said, seniors, middle-aged people, men,
Yeah.
women, even teenagers need to
So
have.
so
Go ahead.
so they have fun. They feel, I mean, less sick. Otherwise, they fall into depression. They fall into so many kinds of hypertension and all this. So this is the, I mean, crux of the life. That if you are fun, if you have fun, if you have a cheerful life, you have a less tendency to fall sick.
Sure. Well, it sounds like you've enjoyed your life as so far. Had a good time and wanted to express that. Tell us a little bit about your background. I mean, where are you coming from when you talk about fun and in this book and the travel and the peppered minds and the outlooks?
Yeah.
What kind of background do you
So
have?
I come from the Western Rajasthan. I mean, from the Western Indian state of Rajasthan.
Okay.
I belong to city Udaipur, and I grew up there, and then joined uh, a government organization as a geologist,
Okay.
and I have I mean lots of experience of geology, traveling, and all. I mean,
I'm going to
uh,
interrupt you. I'm going to interrupt you here. Tell me, I mean, what for viewers who may not know what it takes to become a geologist, what kind of study do you have to do to become that kind of a
geologists always go to remote places to study the rocks, minerals, and
right?
find some valuable deposit of the minerals. Like we
Right.
have gold, copper,
Sure.
iron.
Does it require a degree of certain kind of degree?
Yeah,
What degree did you get then along the way?
requires post graduation in geology or earth science.
Oh, now I interrupted you. You're talking about the geology background and what else about your background? Have you worked in several locations along the way?
Yeah, apart from geology, this very clear thing. I am also now become an author. I have written so many also I mean short stories before that, but this is my first book as a novel.
Also, you've been an author all along, or you like writing things? What else have you written? Short stories? What kind of short stories?
Yeah, I have written short stories. Yes.
Okay, and then what got into you to say, hey, enough with the short stories. I want to write a full length book. What made you
Yeah.
decide to write
So,
the long book?
so this is my, I mean, long cherished dream that I will write a novel, and finally, then it has come into the shape.
Okay, great. And what impact do you think your background as a geologist had on the formation of your characters in the novel?
Yeah, all these characters come from the geology background. Neeraj, the main character himself, is a geologist. Joins a geological organization in the southern Indian state, uh, southern Indian city, Hyderabad, and then he becomes a part of a very good, very large organization of geological sciences, and then finally he excels there. So he finds a good discovery and also a very good theory of peppered minds. So it is through Neeraj I discovered this peppered mind idea.
Okay, and so these are his adventures. I mean, you mentioned that your main character Niraj has some fun. What are some examples of some enjoyment or some
Fine, fine. Yeah, fun.
hijinks or
My
funny things or
one of
whatever that
very
happen?
interesting character, one of the very interesting character, a lady, wife of a senior geologist, Santa. She and her entire family performed an air travel. I mean, it was for the first time they were traveling in the air. So she learned from the people that God lives in the sky. So when she flew, she was looking for the God in the sky, but the sky was empty.
Yeah,
So she thought, suppose plane crashes, who will save her or who will save her family? There is no God in the sky. There is no infrastructure of heaven in the sky. So this was her thought, and this was of course in a funny thought. Then she thought, no. If something happens in the sky, nobody can save me. It is only on the earth somebody can save me. So the real gods live on the earth. So we are the gods of each other. So you are God for me, and I am maybe the God for you. So this is how our earth is the finest planet, or this is the real heaven is our earth, not the sky.
and how did she come to that conclusion? How does that is that a new discovery for her?
Yeah, so they were going on some pleasure trip. So on the way, these funny things and then also very interesting funny things I have hypothesized that men come from, because in major part of the world, the ladies or the women love gold, this yellow metal. So I have mentioned somewhere in the book that this woman might have come from a yellow planet, and men might have come a cooler planet that is our moon. So this is also one funny thing I mentioned. If people or our readers go through, they will really love it. So the woman who actually love this the gold, they come from yellow planet.
Well, tell me more about Niraj, your main character. What are some of the adventures that he experiences along the way?
Main character, yeah, main character. Finally, his group and himself finally wins the brainstorming session of the company, and then finally they decide to keep away from the peppermint chili, to be innovative, to be really truthful in the life. So that is how I ended this.
I see. So he has a what happened to him to all of a sudden have this viewpoint? How did he get to that point?
What point, please?
How did he get to the point of the avoiding the chilly perspective in his mind, or avoiding the the the, the things that are
Turning
clouded
point,
to him?
I would say turning point. This Neeraj and his family, the main character Neeraj and family, they actually went to a restaurant, and in that restaurant they actually find nearby some Swiss couple sitting, and they also ordered some spicy food there in the city of Jaipur. and Neeraj and his family also ordered some spicy food. So what he observed, the fellow who is coming from Switzerland could not tolerate even a small amount of chili in that spicy dish. So that really actually came into the head of the Neeraj, that why these people are not eating chili and we are eating a lot of chili, and he found the difference of intelligence between this country and this country. So he finds that chili is somewhere playing some role where the development is prohibiting, this chili is prohibiting the development. So that's
Wow.
how this thought came. So the people, from the good country, they don't eat chili, and people from this part, maybe Asian or this part, they consume a lot of chili. And also he theorized so that the chili is something doing bad to the mind. So that's how he made a theory.
Okay, well, that's a great perspective. Tell me, speaking of perspectives, I mean, tell us why you feel like, why is it so important maybe to have fun in our life? I mean, you've kind of hinted at this before, but big picture, you call yourself an observer, a keen observer of life. I mean, tell us why you
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
fun is so important in life, and give us some examples of fun that you have and fun that you see other people having.
Yeah, fun is very important in our life, as I said, because our body is not fit to get into any kind of problem, any kind of sadness, any kind of sorrow, any kind of depression. So if you think a lot, and if you don't enjoy life, you will end up in a trouble, maybe health trouble or a mental trouble like this. So fun is very important. So to keep away all from all these problems, it is better to have fun and enjoy the life.
No, that's absolutely right. And there's many studies out there I know that prove that activity and enjoyment and that kind of positive
Yeah.
perspective.
Our body, our God has not our body to be sad. So
Yeah,
once we are sad, means we fall into the trap of depression and so many other things.
right. Well, give us some examples of some adventures and fun that you have had.
Yeah, I have a fun writing. I have writing fun and making
Yeah,
making fun here in the life.
Have, have you had travels and adventures? Where have you gone in your life to adventures and travels that maybe
Yeah, yeah,
influenced
yeah.
this
As
book?
a geologist, is a part of my duty. You can say I have to travel, adventurous life, go long into the mountains, and do all kinds of surveys and mapping. So it's really I like, and it's really fun for me. I enjoy this.
Yeah. Where have you been in your travels? Where have you gone travel wise?
Yeah, I have almost covered all parts of the India,
Hmm.
and have been to US also,
Hmm.
Canada, and then South Africa. So many places I visited.
Lots of different places, right? And how do all those adventures and travels affect how you portray your main character?
Yeah, yeah. So apart from these technical aspects, I also take care of the societal aspects there around the area where I am moving, and I keep noting down all these things. So this helps me.
Right. Well, and so yeah, I mean, I think it's important to when someone writes a novel, and I have written one. I'm working at it, right?
So if you look at the famous scripture known as Bhagavad Gita, that is the from the Indian origin. So
Uh-huh.
there, Lord Krishna has already mentioned,
Okay.
if you consume a food which can blind your mind, which can blind your eyes, that is we call tamasic food. So it can also blind your mind. So what you eat, what you become. That is the theory of the Bhagavad Gita.
Sure.
If you eat good food, if you eat cool food, you become cool. If you eat hot food, you become really angry and really make a mess of life. So food is very important.
Well, yeah, it's the significance of what you put into your mind and body
Yeah,
really does affect your perspective, doesn't it?
yeah, yeah.
You bet. Well, I'd like you to to show us your book here. I'm sure you have a copy there handy. Let's make sure everybody
Yeah.
knows what it looks like here, so they can go ahead on Amazon and purchase your book. There it is, Peppered Minds, Om Somani. What I like about it, thank you, that's great. What I liked about, I also read the reviews on Amazon, and you have many reviews, and all of them seem to really enjoy. And take care. Good to see you. Thanks again.
Thank you.